Hey everybody, Cinema Sickness here with your daily video, and today I have something pretty cool to talk to you guys about. I want to talk about the Mihmiverse, which are the films of Christopher R. Mihm. I was just recently introduced to his films thanks to the Blobfest. This year at Blobfest, they were showing one of his movies along with the Blob, because they always show a double feature with the Blob. They also were showing things like Mothra and Godzilla vs. King Kong. Great films. I've already seen them. But they were showing The Giant Spider, which is a Christopher R. Mihm movie. And I had never heard of it. I had no idea what this was. So I looked up some information on it, and I was really blown away by the fact that when I found out it was a film from 2013. It looked like an old movie. When I first saw the poster and some screenshots of it, I assumed, oh, this is like a 1950s like sci-fi creature feature, like horror monster movie. And again, when I looked up some information on it, I found out, no, it's from 2013. So I was blown away. I thought, this is awesome. I gotta see this movie. And even though I usually go to the earlier showings of the Blob, because the earlier showings had the better audiences, the whole theater's absolutely packed, and people are shouting stuff and laughing and just having a great time. A lot of fun going to the earlier showings. I said, the hell with it. I'm going to the very last showing, which is the very last showing they were doing the double feature of The Blob and The Giant Spider. So I really wanted to see his film. I actually ended up meeting up with Christopher Mihm at, he had a little stand outside on the street, talked to him for a little bit. Super nice guy, him and his wife, really, really, really nice people. And I was blown away by how nice they were and how much they seem to love this genre and what they're doing. And I was just enthralled and just had to see this movie. So checked it out and immediately fell in love with it. The Giant Spider was absolutely fantastic. And it was so amazing, so great that I had to go out and buy all 9 of his films. I immediately went out, as soon as the movie was over, went out into the lobby where he had a little stand set up, bought all his films. I was that blown away by The Giant Spider. It was so great. And what I loved about it was the fact that the Mihmiverse, the films of Christopher R. Mihm, they're not spoof movies. Yes, there's winks and nods here and there to, like for a laugh every now and then, but they're not spoof movies. What Christopher Mihm does is he makes new old movies. He makes movies that almost feel like you're watching a film from the 1950s, like a sci-fi, a classic sci-fi horror creature feature monster movie. That's what he's making. That's what he's out to do. He's not out to make a spoof movie. He's out to make a movie that could fit in with other movies. You could be watching a 1950s sci-fi, having yourself a like a marathon or something like that, and you can put one of his movies in and not even know the difference. That's what he tries to do, and he does a fantastic job at it. So like I said, had to go and buy all 9 of his movies. I just recently got done watching them, so we're going to talk a little bit about them. And I'm absolutely in love with the Mihmiverse. And by Mihmiverse, it's the films of Christopher R. Mihm, and he calls it that because all his films, even though they take place in our universe, Earth and on Mars and Pluto and planets like that within our solar system and whatnot, they're all movies that kind of take place like in his version of it, where things are a little bit different, but it's cool because they all relate to each other. When you watch one film and you go into the next one, you're gonna pick up on little things, little winks and nods to the audience that take you back to the last movie. Pretty cool they do that, and throughout the entire series of films he has, it does it. There's constant winks and nods to the audience, throwing in things from previous films. I think it's really cool. And what I also like is the fact that you can watch any one of his movies. You can come into any one of his movies at any point, and you won't have to have seen any of his other films. It's not like if you come into his 5th movie and you're watching it, you had to have seen the 4 before it. No, you don't have to do that. There are winks and nods. If you've seen the 4 before it, you're going to get a few more jokes and a few more references, but it doesn't mean you had to have seen them. You're going to still enjoy the film. I mean, I watched The Giant Spider, which was his 8th movie, and that was the first one I had ever seen, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And it wasn't until I rewatched it, because I watched all the films in order, and after I rewatched it, I got all kinds of new like jokes and winks and nods to the audience, references that I didn't get before, but it didn't matter because the first time I watched it, I still absolutely loved it. So that's what I love about his films. Constant winks and nods to the audience, but at the same time, you don't have to have seen any of his other films to get into one of his movies. So very awesome. So like I said, checked all these out. Great. I am now just a huge junkie for the Mihmiverse. Christopher R. M's movies, I'm absolutely in love with them. So first one up here is what I feel is best in my opinion. And I think that's because it's his first film, and he wasn't as he was just testing the waters, if you want to say it that way, and that is the monster of Phantom Lake. Like I said, it feels like a first movie. It's not as polished as some of his other films. Feels a bit more, a bit more novice, and I like that. I think it actually works in its favor because it actually feels a bit more like a classic 1950s sci-fi movie because it's not as polished. He was testing the waters. He was trying something new out. This is his first film. He was a novice at it. I think for that reason, it actually really helps the movie. It makes it almost feel more authentic because it's more cheesy. It's more, I don't say poorly done, but poorly done in a good way. It really works. I think it just works the best. In my opinion, it is probably the closest to feeling like a true 1950s sci-fi horror movie. And it's great. All about this creature, this monster from Phantom Lake. These people are dumping these chemicals in Phantom Lake, and a guy falls into the lake and becomes this creature. Very cool. Great ending as well. I love the twist ending. Very cool. And again, the creature is absolutely fantastic. You can see the image of him right there. Great classic, just cheeseball costume. Straight out of the 1950s. Loved it, and by far my favorite of the entire Mihmiverse. Then I checked out It Came From Another World, his next film. This one was great as well, all about a meteor that falls to the Earth. Kind of like almost like the Blob, sort of. Meteor that falls to the Earth. Scientist finds it, and it sort of takes him over. Becomes this crazy sort of creature. Very fun, very enjoyable. This was a great sci-fi film. Then we have Cave Women on Mars. Very cool too. Two astronauts going to Mars. They land. One goes off to explore. Finds these women. There's these two tribes of women, and there's this great sort of twist ending. Again, a hell of a lot of fun. Really enjoyed this. Love the little creature right there at the encounter for a few minutes. Very cool. Love the two tribes battling against each other. Very, very funny. Very enjoyable. Terror from Beneath the Earth. Great movie about a bat creature. Like a half bat, half man creature who's living in this cave, who's evolved from nuclear experiments that were done in this cave years ago. Very cool. Love the bat creature. I love the costume. They actually have a special feature on here of them building the costume. Love how they went about building it. Very cool. I would love to dress up as the bat creature one year for like Halloween or something. I loved it. So very funny. I gotta love this bat creature. Just excellent. Probably my favorite of all the creatures of the Mihmiverse. I love the bat creature in this. He's a lot of fun. So great movie. Then we have Destination Outer Space, all about an astronaut who gets trapped on this planet, has to get back home to Earth, meets a great robot. Love the robot. These fun aliens with these eyeballs. Of course, are the bad guys. Very, very cool. Meets a chick here. Very reminiscent, if I can say that word correctly, of Han Solo, but very cool. Loved this film. Great watching this scientist, this astronaut, trying to get back home, and the craziness he has to go through to do that. And again, I love our robot right there. A lot of fun. Great film. Attack of the Moon Zombies. I mean, this just keeps getting better and better. On this one, it's these scientists on a space station that go down to this planet, bring up a specimen of this plant. They're not thinking too much of it. Ends up turning people into these moon zombies. It sprays them with this gas, and they end up turning into these moon zombies. And one moon zombie, as you can see, this is a moon zombie, turns another person into a moon zombie, another person. And our last few surviving crew members, they have to survive the attack of the moon zombies. And I love, again, the costumes on this. There's another shot of them. Look at that. Moon zombies. Great film. Again, a lot of fun. Love watching the moon zombies, just spawn and attack everybody. So much fun. Now, this I'd say is my second favorite out of all the Mihmiverse films. This is the one I loved. Again, second to most because, again, the Monster Phantom Lake is by far my favorite. I just think it has the most classic sort of feeling. But as you guys know, I'm a big fan of horror, so I was really interested in this one. And that is House of Ghosts, which is a William Castle homage. I absolutely love this one. It even comes with the fear shield, which is, if you get scared, you put the fear shield over your face. It's just a piece of cardboard. I love it. Very, very, very William Castle-esque. Loved it. all about these people who are in this house, and they hire this medium to come and raise like spirits and open the world of the spirits. He has this machine that does it. Of course, they think, oh, nothing happens. Turns out he actually did open the world of the spirits, and they start attacking, and they're all entering this house and start attacking our guests. A lot of fun. I keep saying a lot of fun, but that's the way Christopher R. Mihn's movies are. They're a lot of fun. And I really enjoy this one. Very reminiscent of 13 Ghosts or House on Haunted Hill or The Haunting, the originals, not the remakes. Very much in that sort of like type of movie. It definitely has that sort of feel, and this was a lot of fun. By far my second favorite out of all the Mihm films. Out of the entire Mihmiverse, my second favorite. Really enjoyed the hell of this one. And then we have the giant spider, which is an homage to Burt I. Gordon. Love it. Giant tarantula attacking this town. Again, also, see, again, more winks and nods. Also from the cave that spawned the half man, half bat creature. It came from the same caves with the nuclear experiments. We have a giant spider coming from them. Now the giant spiders are attacking the town. The military steps in. They're not doing the job, so we have some scientists who have to come up with a plan to destroy him. Very fun, very cool. Love watching this giant spider attack this town. I mean, just look at that. Crawling over the screen that I drive in. So much fun. I can't say that enough about Christopher R. Mihm's movies. Just a lot of fun. Love this one. Again, the movie that got me into the Mihmiverse. Loved it. And then his last movie he has out right now is the Late Night Double Feature, which is really cool because it actually feels like you're watching a double feature movie. They have it set up where it starts out like you're in a drive-in, and the movie starts, and there's an intermission, and the next movie starts. Very cool. They're both like around 45 minutes long a piece. First one we have is X, the Fiend from Yon Space. Pretty fun. It's this again, scientists in a space lab find this creature. They bring him up. They think he's dead. Not so much the case. Ends up taking over a bunch of different bodies, and of course, our members of the space station have to survive. And of course, part of the fun of it is the fact that they have to figure out like who's actually an alien and who's not, because this alien is taking over bodies and they're not quite sure who's who. Very interesting. And then the Wall People, which was a lot of fun. All about this one scientist who loses his son. Son's missing for all these years. Finds out where his son is he says he's on Pluto. His other scientist friends think he's completely nuts, but ends up going into this like other dimension apparently on Pluto. There's this creature there who's been capturing these children for food. Very fun, very interesting, and what I really enjoyed about it was the reference to lead paint. I found that extremely funny. There's this, I mean, watch the film. I'm not going to give it away. Watch the film. Very funny reference to why we no longer have lead paint. Very cool. So really enjoy this one. Again, I love the way it was presented, like a late night double feature. Really, really cool. Definitely a lot of fun. And as you may notice, every single one of these has been signed. They're all signed by Christopher Mihm and Stephanie Mihm, which is his wife, who also stars in many of the movies and is very involved in every single one of the movies. I mean, she's involved in every one from the very beginning, and she stars in many of them. So very cool. They signed all 9 of these. They pretty much say, even on their website, they say they will sign every single one of these. They will open them up and sign them before they send them out to you, if you'd like. And when I picked these up, they said, "You want them signed?" I said, "Hell yes, sign them all." So they cracked all of them open, signed every one of these for me. That was so nice. And like I said, they're very nice people. And I really enjoy Christopher Mihm and what he's doing. Again, he's so passionate about making these films. And in one of the interviews I saw with him on one of the DVDs, he's talking about why he's doing this. And he was saying that these are movies he really enjoyed watching with his father. His father really enjoyed his movies. He watched them with him. And then when his father passed away, he kind of wanted to do like a little sort of tribute to his father by making one of these movies, a movie that he thought his father would enjoy watching. And, you know, he made the film and then just fell in love with making these films and just kept making them. So very cool that he started doing these, you know, to sort of pay tribute and, you know, sort of in loving memory of his father. And then just, you know, he's been cranking one out like every year because he's just in love with doing this. And he's making, I mean, one of these every single year, and he's doing brilliant work. I mean, it's not like his work's diminishing as it goes along. No, every one of his films is just as good as the next one, if not, I mean, even better. They're just great from start to finish. Every one of these, all 9 of these, absolutely brilliant. A lot of fun. If you like one, you're gonna like the others. It's not like if you've seen one movie, you're gonna be like, well, am I gonna like the rest? Yes, you are. You're gonna like all 9. If you like one, you're gonna like them all. So very interesting. He has a 10th movie that's coming out, I believe, this year. Or I'm sorry, I guess it'd be next year, 2015. Very excited about that. Been reading up on that. Looks pretty cool. I will definitely be ordering myself a copy as soon as it's available. So again, I had to rush out and buy all 9 of his films. I just immediately left the theater, went right to his little stand and said, I'll take all 9. Very, very cool. And they're cheap too. I mean, I got all these for a total of $75. You had a deal going on where you bought them all. You get them all for $75. I don't believe if you buy them on the website, you can get them for that deal. I could be wrong. I don't remember seeing anything about that on the website though. But they're only $10 a piece. I think $10 is a fantastic deal. It's a really good deal for, an independent, an independent DVD release. I hate when somebody's like, oh, I put out my own film. It's $35. It's like, what? No, I'm not gonna pay $35 for a big, Hollywood blockbuster on Blu-ray, let alone your independent DVD. It's not gonna happen. But $10 is a good price. I think that's perfect. It's not too low. It's not too high. It's absolutely perfect. Right on the plane of where somebody putting out an independent DVD should have the price set. So $10 a piece for these, I think, is fantastic. This here, I guarantee you, will be $90 well spent. If you like cheeseball B movies from the 1950s, just classic sci-fi, horror, monster, creature feature movies, if those are your things, see these films. They are fantastic. You're going to get a bunch of great laughs out of them, and you're just going to really enjoy them if those are the types of films you're into. Because like I say, he's not really doing a spoof movie. There are some funny moments in it, but they're not spoof movies. They're movies that are meant to feel like they're actually from the 1950s. They're meant to feel like those type of movies. But again, at the same time, you're going to get a few laughs out of it, which is a lot of fun as well. So that's the word I really want to use here is fun. That's what his movies are. They're a lot of fun. They're absolutely amazing. So definitely check out the films of Christopher R. Mihm. The Mihmiverse is something you have to get into. I'm a big fan now, and I will be buying every movie he ever makes and puts out. I will buy every single one of them. I am officially a Mihmiverse junkie. So I'll put the website right here. You guys can go there, check it out. Put a link down below as well, so you guys can just click on that. Definitely check out Christopher R. Mihm's website. Buy his films. They're amazing. Even if you just get one. If you don't want to get all 9 of them, I mean, at least jump on one of them. Whatever one seems to strike your interest the most. Like I said, you don't have to start from the very beginning. I mean, it certainly pays off, but you can buy any one of his films and just test the water. You buy one. If you like it, you're gonna like the rest of them, I guarantee you. But I'd recommend getting all 9. They're definitely worth it. Again, super nice people. Him and his wife, absolutely amazing. Some of the nicest people I've ever met. I love their passion for it. I love how much into what they do and their love for what they do, and the fact that they do quality work and put out some amazing films that I will be watching over and over and over again. I just watched all 9 of their films, and I'm ready to watch I'm ready to watch the Mihmiverse again. I want to go through all these all over again. I'm already excited to rewatch them. They're that much fun, and I cannot wait for the 10th movie. I'm so excited for the 10th movie to come out. Should be a lot of fun. So anyway, guys, that's it. Just want to quickly talk about these movies, let you guys know about them, because I hadn't even heard about the Mihmiverse or Christopher R. Mihm's movies. Never even heard about them until the Blobfest. I mean, I'm so glad he was there this year. Had he not been at the Blobfest, I never would have heard about him, never would have found out about his movies. I'm glad he was showing one of his films. That's another thing, too. Had he not been showing his films, I'm not sure if I would have bought any of them. Maybe I would have, maybe I wouldn't, I don't know. But because he was showing his film and I was really intrigued by it and I wanted to see it, I went and saw it and absolutely fell in love with the movie. So I'm very glad he was at Blobfest this year and had the opportunity to show one of his films alongside the Blob, because it really paid off for me, because I'm just a huge fan now. So definitely check out his stuff. Again, link below to his website, to the Mihmiverse website. Check it out. Buy something. I guarantee you will absolutely love it. So that's it, guys. So like I always say, if you like this video, please give me a like. If you're not already subbed, please do. And if you're not already over at cinemasickness.com, head on over there. Check it out. A lot more to see there than just these videos. All kinds of things, update information on like deals and whatnot that are going on. Also, check out the videos from Team Sickness. If you like my videos, you'll love their videos as well. And while you're there, be sure to click on the merchandise tab and purchase yourself a Cinema Sickness sticker and or a Cinema Sickness button. They are dirt cheap, and I would certainly appreciate your support. And of course, you can find links to all my social media sites, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. It's all there at cinemasickness.com. And do not forget, check out Christopher R. Mihm's website and buy something. You won't be sorry, I guarantee you. So that's it, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.